Hello, and welcome to another edition of TuneUp podcast about Windows. Today, we're going to continue our discussion on security programs' impact on PC performance, and we're here with Sandro Villinger of TuneUp. Welcome, Sandro.
Sure, thanks for having me.
In our last podcast about security solutions, we took a deep dive into the impact antivirus programs have on PCs and discussed TuneUp's experiments to test this impact. Can you briefly remind listeners why you're conducting these tests before we get into the specifics?
So, what we wanted to do is help you make a good choice when it comes to PC security. We've mentioned this before, and please let me stress this again right now. Our focus is on testing the effectiveness of these solutions in terms of performance. We don't want to keep you from buying a security product since security is really important. It should be your first priority. I don't want you to get a product with a low virus detection rate just because it doesn't affect your PC performance as much as another product with maybe a higher virus detection rate. So I guess both factors are important and should be considered.
That's definitely a good point to make. So what security programs have you tested recently?
Well, we've tested some of the most popular security products, including Microsoft Security Essentials 2.0, Norton Internet Security 2011, Kaspersky Internet Security 2011, AVG Internet Security, McAfee Internet Security, and ESET SmartSecurity 4.
Great. Can you walk us through your testing process and share some of the highlights with us?
So the first thing we did is calculate boot time. Upon boot up, we calculated the time it took for the Windows desktop to appear, and then when Skype launches, and then when Windows Live Messenger launches. Then we used a Microsoft tool called Xperf Manager, which is part of Microsoft Performance Toolkit, to determine what kind of an impact the security suits had on our test machine. And here's what I found out. So overall, ESET, McAfee, and MSE slowed things down the least. They added, well, roughly about 10 to maximum 20 seconds to overall boot time, followed by Norton, which actually added around about 30 seconds to overall boot. ESET won this round as it had next to no effect on boot time.
Oh, wow. Interesting results for the boot performance. What was the next step?
Well, 10 minutes after boot up, we launched the Windows Task Manager and monitored the exact current load of memory and the number of active processes. And we found that only AVG and McAfee added a significant amount of processes and memory usage. And ESET came out on top again. In general, most products added about 50 to, 60 megabytes. Norton, however, added over 150 megabyte, while, McAfee added around about 120 megabyte.
Oh, wow. So you've talked about boot time and resources, but was overall performance affected in any way?
Yeah, to figure out the impact of PC speed, we performed some very basic tests. So one of these tests consisted of measuring the time it took to extract a huge zip file. It's actually a good test on the security product's impact on hard disk performance. And what we found is that in most cases, the extraction of the zip file took between 5 to 10 seconds longer, with one exception, and that was McAfee, who did not have an impact on performance. But this was just one of the day-to-day performance tests we ran.
Oh, wow. Good to know. How was gaming affected by this? And what about users' productivity?
So we ran PCMark, which is a benchmark suite that tests both gaming and office productivity performance. And this one was interesting because all of the products we tested had a different impact on PCMark's performance. So for example, McAfee produced different results each time we ran the tests. It even crashed PCMark once, so we excluded it from the section. But overall, some security suites actually lowered performance by up to 15%, which is quite significant for just a single program, I think. Others had only a very minor impact. So I guess it's something to keep an eye on.
I see. So how would you sum up your testing results so far?
I guess I can say with confidence that security solutions slow down your PC. Some more, some less. And out of the 5 products we tested, AVG had quite an effect on PC performance, to be honest. MSE and Kaspersky followed with a noticeable impact on boot and application performance, while ESET, Norton, and McAfee performed the best. But we're still conducting our tests, and the series is far from over yet. We'll continue to update the TuneUp blog about Windows every month, so just make sure to visit http://blog.tune-up.com. So this is where you find the latest security benchmark results.
Great. Thanks so much, Sandro, for being here today. We're all really looking forward to hearing more about these test results.
My pleasure. I'm looking forward to next time as well. See you.